Hey, welcome to Robbie Lobby. In this video, I'll be talking about commuting with this magnificent motorcycle. We'll be discussing three specific things. First is the way I gear up for the commute. Now, most people actually around the world would laugh at me just looking at the way I gear up just for a regular commute of 10 miles. The second thing is this magnificent machine too big to commute? At 1600cc, built as a tourer, most people would not consider this as a commuting machine. The third thing is just the defensive driving measures that you want to take just to make sure that you get there safely. So let's discuss these three things in this video. For commuting purpose, I just love this. It just looks more formal to me and more zippy. While riding, that gives you the pleasure of going from 0 to 40 as fast as possible. Let's go through how I prepare and get to ride. So it's a minimal setup with the motorcycle before I commute. I do have a small SW Motec tank bag. So I put my wallet and extra phones and whatever, including my keys in here. And of course, I always carry a comb over here because once you remove the helmet, your hair is going to be disheveled. Also take up an antiperspirant or deodorant or cologne or something like that, because when you're riding in hot weather, you're gonna, you know what I mean. And I do mount my phone on the quad lock. I'm recording with it, so I can't show. Other than that, I want to show you a couple of things. So this is where I have kept my bags. As you can see, this is my office bag. With the laptop and all, it can get fairly heavy. So I deliberately keep it on the left-hand side pannier. When I'm loading, I always make sure that if it's going to be uneven, then I make my left side more heavier than the right side, simply because when we are stopped, we stop with the left leg down at least that's me, so I find that convenient. And you can see that I've also added crash bars in this motorcycle. We have a separate video in our channel about the utility of the crash bars. In fact, one thing I found is these crash bars provide excellent mounting points because this motorcycle is very sleek. It doesn't have too many mounting points. As you can see over here, I've mounted my Insta360 pole over here onto the front crash bar. So other than this, I always carry this securing chain. So as you can see over here, so that I can secure my gear that I'm going to show now, including helmet, everything right over here. Say if I stop at a coffee shop or something like that. We do also have a video about securing in the channel. So that's it. Now let's see how I gear up for the ride. So the first step to gearing up is selecting the right boot for the ride. So this is where I store most of my motorcycle gear. So I have a few options. Generally, if it's summer, I choose one of these boots which are short and breathes a little bit better. But if I anticipate rain, I use one of the rain-proof boots. And this is, of course, a touring adventure enduro boat, which I use it only for touring. So let's go with this one. It's kind of formal looking, so I can actually wear it during work too. So an important aspect with lacing these boots is make sure you're getting ready for double knot. That is, make the first knot really big so that you can do another knot with this, so that the laces the ears are not flapping out, because the last thing you want is your lace getting caught in the foot peg. So the next part of the gear is choice of gloves. Again, it's largely dependent on weather. For summer, mostly I use one of these small ventilated gloves. And these are not rainproof, but that's okay. Just gives nice ventilation for the hands. So after this, I wear a head cover just to keep the hair intact and make the slipping in and out of helmet easier. Of course, in winter, I wear a heavier one. So that's it. So I'm going to set these things aside over here. So the next thing is the suit. I truly believe in wearing all the gear all the time. And this climb suit is an integral part of my attire. This is a one-piece climb suit, and it's actually the previous generation that I like, because in this model, the zip goes all the way down. I use this suit for commute, and I also wear the Heli Turtle 2 airbag. And I'll have a video in my channel about my thoughts on this airbag. I do have a Aerostitch suit, but I use it mostly for off-road or that kind of activities. One of the reasons why I like this climb suit is actually the ventilation it provides. This has got 14 vents, as you can see, like this, air vents over here, 1 and 2 over here, 3 and 4 on the other side, then 2 more over here, and similarly the breathing vents at the back. So these work really well. So even though I'm fully covered, I still get some airflow as long as you're moving. So let's take the suit and the air vest. Okay, let's put the airbag outside. So putting on this vest is, this version of the suit is not that hard. Just getting the first right leg is the hard part, where you have to balance with one leg. But once you get that, then it's fairly straightforward. Then you get your hand, the other hand, and pretty much that's it. And go down all the way. And make sure you secure this flap, because otherwise it will keep flapping. So once you're secured, depending on the temperature, you can open or close the air vents. I almost have them always open during summer. And then you can preset this to the right level of tightness, so you don't have to take it every time. This is a feature of the climb suit and the other good suits. And tighten. So now I'm ready to wear the air vest. This goes on like a jacket, as simple as that. You don't have to do anything else. You just have to secure this to the motorcycle. I'll show it in a second. So then we come here and get our helmets. So as you can see, I use the Sena for communication and listening to music. So I make sure that it is charged all the time, and I don't even take it off the mount. I just charge with attached to the motorcycle. And I charge it maybe once a week or something, because my commute is less than an hour totally. So an important part of my gear is earplugs. Especially, this is very, very important, especially if you're commuting on a daily basis. The external noise can ruin you. A lot of experienced riders can attest to that. So I just use simple foam earplugs. These work for me, and I don't worry about it if I lose this. So just squish it and get it done. Yeah, I do get on my head cover over here, and then the helmet goes on top. I wear this Climb Adventure helmet. I love it because this beak gives decent protection from sun. When you especially go against the sun, this is very handy. All right. So the last part is now wearing the gloves. Since I have everything else in, I just wear the gloves. So a small trick here is, if it is summer, I have my suit go over the gloves so that there's airflow in that way. Whereas in winter, I swap it the other way so that the gloves goes over this. That's it, yeah. So now I'm all geared up and I'm ready for the ride. So let's open the garage and get going. So we are all set to leave. So this is whether you like it or not, it is a big motorcycle. So I very rarely walk it. I try to straddle it and move with it as much as possible. So I have to get this from here and out. So that means I had to go back and forth a couple of times. But I prefer doing that when straddled. So one last thing I do before taking off is making sure that I secure my halide vest to the motorcycle, because otherwise this will not inflate if I get thrown off. All right. Now for the most exciting part of the day, that is this sound. I just love it. This revs me up. If there is one reason why I love this motorcycle, it is this. So yeah, just go as far as possible. So as you can see, one of the reasons why I like this motorcycle is because of the size. It's really visible outside. And also, as you can see from the number of lights over here, this is lit as like a Christmas tree, so it's hard for other cars to miss this bike. So the size, even though it's an inconvenience, I think it's a very safety factor. So this motorcycle does have reverse gear. You're not able to move it, then you can use it. Yeah, even something like this, you want to be very careful. Just be straight as much as possible. You don't have to turn unless you need to. And when you're turning, keep moving always. You don't want your handlebar stuck. And when you're about to stop, just straighten your handlebar first before stopping. So it makes it so much easier on the arms. Riders do that. So with a large motorcycle, as long as you're moving, it's like a puppy. Especially this one, it has got so much power, and when I'm by myself, it's just ready to go. The problem is when you're stopping, suddenly it becomes a cow. When you see a motorcycle like this go down at slow speed, it's because the rider squeezed the front brake. And most of the time, they squeeze both the front brake and clutch together. So immediately that kills all the momentum that the motorcycle has, damping it. These motorcycles have so much momentum with them because of the weight. Your weight is actually quite insignificant, relatively speaking. So even at slow speed, if you're seated in the middle, it's going to roll to a slow stop. So you just have to ride it out. But if you panic and squeeze both the front brakes and the clutch, all it takes is a very slight tilt and you're going to drop it. So basically, that's the only thing I found. The more you can master those two aspects, you can ride any motorcycle. Size really, in this case, doesn't matter. Yeah, this is it, and we are ready to go. So inside the neighborhood, speed limit is 15 miles per hour. Yeah, just stick to it. You don't want to make neighbors mad. Stop sign. So I generally stop with my left leg down always. Most motorcycle riders do that. Just see, let's wait and see what happens when I stay on the left edge on the right lane. So I'm perfectly legal in this case, but you see what's happening right now? That car should have waited for me. I don't think that's an evil person, except that he thought he could squeeze by. Now, these are the aspects I'd be conscious of. Usually don't come and block the lane like this. But if you do it, make sure you are parked right in the middle. Don't stop like as I'm done. So even handling this large motorcycle in the garage is not something you have to fear about. I want to park in this spot in between the spaces so that we can keep two cars inside the garage. So all I do is just go up a little bit and then just back it into this slot. Yep, that's it. Turn off, take off the tether, and I'm off. So as you can see, yes, this is one of the largest motorcycles available in the market. But as long as you're sticking to the fundamentals of keeping the motorcycle straight, vertical during the ground operations, you can treat it just like any other motorcycle. And believe it or not, this is among the fastest in terms of pickup in BMW lineup, or is as good as anything else. If you are skilled, you can go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds with this motorcycle. So that means you get the benefit of a sports bike, the safety of a large motorcycle. In fact, a lot of times people mistake me for a cop because of all the bright lights on this bright vest and give me a lot of room. They'll immediately switch lane and give me way. So you get the benefit of visibility and safety. So to me, this is a great compromise. And the sound, it's something that peps you up early in the morning. So yeah, so I think this BMW K1600 GT as a commuter is something that a lot of people don't even imagine it to be, but this can be a great commuter. All right, that's it. So hopefully this video was of some use to you. Ride safe and enjoy the ride. Keep the wheels down.